What's up, Taiwan? I'm Liao with 10 minutes of news from Taiwan and around the world. In our top story, Taiwan's new premier announced his leadership team in the last few days. Now, the country's new ministers have been officially sworn into office. It's likely to be the last cabinet reshuffle before Taiwan's presidential election in 2024. Stash Butler reports.
Think of it as a kind of spring cleaning. Taiwan's government is sweeping out its cabinet of top officials, and now here at the presidential office, it's swearing in a new one. It's an effort to freshen up the country's leadership after the ruling party suffered a crushing defeat at recent local elections. Taiwan's vice president led proceedings on Tuesday. He welcomed back his predecessor, Chen Jianren, as the country's new premier, taking over from Su Zhentang. Here's the formal ceremony where Su, on the left, formally hands over the premier's seal. Su had to say this after 4 years in office.
我会由衷的感谢这个国家、这块土地、这2300万人给我的栽培机会恩赐。
The new cabinet has several new faces, including new ministers for culture and for finance. There are also more women, 7 this time compared to 4 before. It's still a long way short of parity. Overall, though, most ministers have kept their jobs, and Taiwan's new premier says they're up to the task of leading Taiwan forward.
作为人民的公仆，真正的权利就是服务，权力越大，责任也越大。就像圣经中所说的，你们中间谁要为首的，就必须做众人的仆人。
But Chen faces serious challenges, turning around a sluggish economy, bringing down sky-high housing prices, and dealing with ever more frequent acts of aggression from China. It's a big task for Taiwan's new premier, and on top of all of that, the ruling Democratic Progressive Party will be looking for Chen to do one more thing, and that's convince voters that the party is ready to lead again ahead of the country's general election next year. Liu and Stash Butler in Taipei for TaiwanPlus.
Taiwan's military says it is repositioning some of its missile defense systems to better protect the northern parts of the country. This comes as U.S. officials are highlighting new timelines for a potential Taiwan Strait conflict. Hualien reports.
This is the Tiankong, or Skybow, missile defense system. It's Taiwan's most advanced domestically made air defense system, and it's tasked with protecting the skies above the country. Recently, the military has been repositioning these systems to protect more of the north, highlighting that the country is always looking to better enhance its defenses.
天宫3型飞弹具有很好的征收的能力，相位阵列雷达可以征收大概400公里左右的空域，可以让我国的防空网就是更为绵密，可以拦截高中低空各种不同目标。
Taiwan has 2 main air defense systems, the Patriot system from the US and the domestically made Skybow system. These systems are crucial for giving the entirety of Taiwan cover against enemy aircraft and missiles. China, which sits roughly 100 kilometers away from Taiwan at the closest point, has continually threatened the country with military force to bring it under its control. Recently, a U.S. Air Force commander highlighted 2025 as a potential year for a conflict to break out. But Taiwan's defense minister says no matter what timeline, the military must be ready.
对任何一个可能发生的事情啊，我们都要有个预应啊。目前国防部也朝这一方面在着手，好吧？这个我不好妄加评断了。有什么可能，我们都会纳入考虑，来做一个准备。
As Taiwan continues to step up its security planning, it's also adapting to a changing security environment. The repositioning of the Skybow missile system is one way that the country is seeking to cover all bases. Klein Wong and Jaime Ocon for TaiwanPlus.
2 people have been confirmed dead after an avalanche in Japan on Sunday afternoon. Rescue workers were unable to access the affected area in Nagano Prefecture until Monday. Those killed were U.S. citizens who were caught in the collapse. They were part of a group of 5 foreign skiers. 3 survivors from the group made their way down the mountain by themselves. Avalanche warnings had been in place for the region following days of heavy snow. The world is dangerously unprepared for future pandemics. That's according to a new report by the International Federation of the Red Cross and Red Crescent Societies, or IFRC. In the World Disasters Report 2022, the humanitarian organization said the international community had not learned enough from the COVID-19 pandemic. The IFRC called on countries to invest in the readiness of local communities to better protect themselves in the future.
Friends, the next pandemic could be just around the corner. Hopefully it's not, but we don't know. We did not know 3 years ago that it was just next door. And it hit us very, very fast and it spread around the world rapidly, as we know. And if the experience of COVID-19 won't quicken our steps towards preparedness, what will?
Coming back to Taiwan, scientists are on the hunt for Taiwan's tallest tree. But to be sure which is the tallest, they have to go and measure each one by hand. John Van Trieste has this story.
This towering Taiwania tree sits deep in Taiwan's central mountains. Around 30 stories high, scientists suspect it could be the tallest tree on the island. They discovered it during a sweep of the country with 3D laser scanning technology. But laser scanning can't give a precise measurement. That's why last week, this research team trekked through thick forest to the tree's location. With harnesses and tape measures, they climbed all the way to the top. The ascent was difficult as a strong wind blew through the forest. They also had to stop partway up as the tape measures the team brought were only 50 meters long.
他在那边有点要晕船，他有点不太敢上去，因为枝条那时候已经蛮细。然后后来风大概有停10分钟，他就赶快攻上去，然后再垂皮尺下来量。
The result? 84.1 meters. That's in between the Leaning Tower of Pisa's 57 meters and Big Ben's 96. This makes it the tallest known tree in East Asia. But it may not hold that spot for long. The last tallest tree was only discovered in December, and the scientists have found hundreds of other tall trees in the course of their laser scanning. Still, the team says every one of these great trees is something to be treasured. Though 60% of Taiwan remains forested, logging over the past century has seen many giant specimens felled.
其实那边的大树很多，所以我们会有这个灵感，就是觉得每棵树好像在华山论剑。
Taiwan's tree finders share the hundreds of tall trees they found on a publicly available digital map. They hope that by raising awareness, their work will help people discover a newfound respect and admiration for these natural wonders. Eason Pan and John Van Trieste for TaiwanPlus.
A choir in eastern Taiwan's Hualien County is singing the praises of a local landmark. Ryan Kilpatrick has this story.
Liyu Lake in Hualien County. It's the East Coast's biggest inland body of water. But it didn't have its own song, until now. This tune was composed by a former local government official, an amateur musician called Mao Kejian. The score was unknown during Mao's lifetime. It only came to light after his death in 1993. But the Hualien Happy Family Choir is now giving it the recognition they believe it deserves.
都有每个县市经典的歌，就是我们单单花莲梨玉潭没有歌。 希望借着这个把梨玉潭的歌推销出去呢，一个可以促进我们花莲的观光。
Even the composer's son was in the dark about his father's song.
我以前都不晓得哦，我觉得个人他的确能够把这个湖中的水波荡漾的那个情调啊，能够写出来，他的这个景色跟心情啊，能够融合在一起啊。
It may have been an obscure tune up till now, but these singers hope it will soon be heard around the lake shore and the country. Ryan Kilpatrick for TaiwanPlus.
Conservationists are helping to release endangered Chinese box turtles back into the wild. The turtles are a protected species in Taiwan but are often smuggled to China for sale as pets or food. Rescued turtles are being returned to their natural mountain forest habitat in eastern Taiwan. Conservationists hope this will help the local turtle population grow. Thank you for watching What's Up Taiwan. Remember to download the TaiwanPlus app for more stories from Taiwan and around the world. Finally today, we leave you with images of a lion dance troupe from a school in Kaohsiung bringing New Year's blessings to the community. I'm Liao. Take care and see you next time.